Okay, so I am playing with Gemini Advanced again. And see if we could do this here. So this spreadsheet, I dumped that into an image file. So pretend you're reading an article about the Federal Reserve in its QT program. That's what that data actually was. It was the Fed's Treasury roll-off from the inception of QT in May of 2022 through today. And let's say you're reading an article and that data was displayed in a web article, and you sort of right-clicked on the data set, turned it into an image, downloaded that image. So that's what I've done. That Excel data I just showed you, I've downloaded it as an image to the desktop. Let's upload the image. Boom, there it is. And I'm going to say, please create a table based upon this image. Now, the image was not labeled other than column headers. So there was no name to the file. June 8th, 2022, was that correct in terms of the first data? Nope. So Gemini did not read this cell, June 8th, 2022, correctly. It should be blank. Gemini populated it. So that was an optical character recognition error. Let's assume it was correct and let's export it to Sheets and just see how it looks. Open Sheets. So the column headers are correct. I already went through this data set. I ran this exercise a moment ago before I turned the camera on. Much of the data is correct, but frankly, I couldn't get past the fact that Gemini misread this June 8th data field. For the next number of years, you've got to QC everything. That's the issue with these AI platforms. Whether we're talking about image recognition, text recognition, OCR, NLP, whatever the underpinning AI technology is. It's sort of like going back to, must have been late 80s, early 90s. I remember Texas Instruments was having issues with their calculators. They were getting a floating decimal point, if I remember correctly. Around the same time, I want to say Microsoft Excel was having issues. And now calcs don't make errors. Excel doesn't make errors. AI will get there, but it's not quite there yet. Let's ask it. Please, please create, I can spell, a graph based upon table. Interesting. 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 Interesting because I ran this exercise a moment ago before we went on camera. Please, let's reword it. Please create a chart based upon the table. So that's a puzzle because I ran this exercise. Uh, Table create, where is it now? Boom. Let's go here. So I ran this exercise earlier. There's the image file, same image file. There is the tabular output by Gemini. It made the same error in the June 8th field. Please create a chart based on the table. There's the chart. And then down here, I asked Gemini to rename the chart as I didn't specify the name ahead of time. Change the name to Federal Reserve Quantitative Tightening. So it's interesting that it did it here, but in the subsequent query, it did not execute properly. Please export now we could just download the graph here, but I just want to test it. Please export the graph to Google Slides. Yeah, and deal with sheets. Okay. That's all for now. See you next time.